Kings and queens, today we are talking love and marriage Huntsville. I promise you I will not be long. Y'all know I typically do my reviews on Monday. That will remain the same. I just wanted to hop on really quickly and talk about what we don't know. And I'm going to help you put two and two together, okay? I'm going to help you put two and two together about the real reason Martell is acting up at that party. The real reason he had a look of disgust on his face in last week's episode at the meeting for the expo. Expo, you get it? But let's talk about it, because for some reason I feel like they are just trying to paint him as this wonderful father, and he's not. He's not. So Carlos, what are you really doing? What are you really doing when you allow this man to pull up with production at Melody's children's birthday party? Are you really willing to do any and everything for entertainment and go that low, including ruining a child's birthday party so that your show gets ratings? Is that where we are, Carlos? Mr. Black Excellence, that you continue to play with these ladies' kids on television, and then you hide behind the excuse, I'm not a parent, but you're an adult. You had parents. You were a child, so you know right from wrong, Carlos. But you continue to allow this ugly monster by the name of Martell Holt rear his ugly knothead ass up in scenes and continue to be destructive. Carlos, if anybody gets hit, that's on you. The legalities of it, but that's not what I'm here for. I'm going to save you for later. Let's talk about the real reason Mr. Martell Holt pulled up the way he did at the children's birthday parties. Let's get into it. For those of you who are just tuned in, or if you're new to the channel, welcome to the palace. I am Queen Sheba. I cover a variety of hot topics specific to reality television, but most importantly, I hone in on the psychological and the behavioral traits of the Black experience.
Subscribe now.
It's funny to me that everybody seems to be in this cycle of pulling these court documents to attempt to paint Melody as this bitter woman who just can't get over the fact that she's been cheated on. And she has to have some type of feeling and or connection for this man. And as a result, she's keeping him from his children. And he is just his father who's fighting for his rights. Stop it. Stop the cap. Stop it. Because if you're going to pull the documents, then how in the hell did y'all overlook the document that I'm about to tell you about? How in the hell did you miss what Martell is doing? Probably because you didn't want to see that. And that's not important. And maybe the agenda is to create a smear campaign. And just maybe somebody, somewhere, someplace gave you those documents specifically to create Melody as the bad girl, the bad guy in all of this. And child, if I didn't know any better, you know what? I'm gonna hold my peace on that. If I didn't know any better, Martell, are you leaking documents? And although they are public, would nobody checking for those? It just so happened that everything that everybody has is in your favor. And I find that very ironic, considering what I'm about to share. But before I do, let's take a look at this scene. So let's establish some facts. Fact of the matter is Martell has always had access to his children. That is a fact. Okay. Second fact, Melody has always been willing to be equal and fair when it came to allowing him access to his children. That's a fact. 7 days on, 7 days off. That's a fact. Third fact is since they have divorced, Martell has yet to financially sponsor any birthday celebration for any of the Eminem children. That's a fact. Okay? Let's go to the fourth fact. The fourth fact is, in the past, Martell has been invited to birthday parties to which he has failed to show up to. That's a fact. Shall I keep going? The fifth fact is, it was not his damn time to have those children, nor was he invited by Melody. That's the fifth fact. So in this scene that I'm about to show you, when they're talking about parties, they're talking about in the past when he was invited. Do you remember when he went on a social media rant about not being invited to his children's parties post-divorce, and Melody pulled up receipts of him being invited, but he was too busy humping around with his mistress that he failed to show up? Okay, that's a fact. Now let's get into this damn video.
You're welcome to get her later. I don't have a problem with that.
You know when black folks say, you better than me, and that means you've really extended yourself. Did you hear her say, you are welcome to get her later? I don't have a problem with that. Melody, you better than me. Because his knothead ass wouldn't have got nothing, because he gives nothing. Everything that he touches, he destroys. Even this kitty birthday party. This man showed his black ass up there to act a damn fool. So stop saying that's because he loves his kids so much. If he loved his kids so much, he would have paid for a party when he has them, which he's yet to do so since Melody left him. If he loved his kids so much, he would prioritize their feelings and their social well-being with their friends over his selfish behavior. But he shows up with a nod of Carlos King, because Carlos, it can't walk out the door unless you give it the green light. He showed up there to destroy the vibe in that child's birthday party. And your ugly ass walked in there empty-handed. Let's talk about that. So Melody, like the old black folks say, you better than me.
You can celebrate it today. Later on, it's still today. I don't get the issue. It's still today, her birthday.
This monster said, I don't want to do it later on. I want to celebrate today. And she said later on is still today. I can't make this up. He didn't hear a word she said because he didn't want to. I am here to wreak havoc. I am here to dirty up any beautiful thing that you think you're going to do. And I'm going to continue to do it over and over and over, because I am a narcissist. And that's what we do. I'm going to beat you down emotionally. I'm going to turn up and pop up anytime I want to. And I'm going to use my kids as a strong business case to tear you down, because I am a narcissist.
You're welcome to get her later on. Even though it's an odd year and I don't have to. You can get her later on. You can, Martell, and you had an invitation to come, but guess where you were? And you were invited. Yes, it is. Okay, y'all stop.
Did you see that demon jumping out? You saw those demons trembling and shaking his head? Yeah, y'all saw that demon? You ain't that. That's that demon, that demonic spirit that continues to pop up and be celebrated. Oh, Carlos, you just celebrate. You love celebrating this demon. But this demon is going to be your downfall. This demon is going to be your demise. And I don't care how many scriptures you post on Sunday. You are willfully, Carlos King, playing with the devil, and you are willfully utilizing this man for your entertainment and for hours, and you are willfully allowing this man to pull up And you are woefully, Carlos King, using those kids to profit off of. Because most producers just say, hold up, let's not destroy the kids' event. Let's not do that. Carlos, you ain't no good. Because you don't know what could have happened at that skating rink with those kids there. But you didn't give a damn. And that tells me a lot about you. You didn't give a damn. A full-on fight could have broke out and somebody could have got seriously hurt, but you didn't give a fuck. Because you want to be number one by any means necessary. Those kids could have seen somebody get hurt and it could have traumatized them for the rest of their lives, but you don't give a damn. Because it's all about kingdom reign. And I'm telling you, Carlos, the same thing that makes you laugh will make you cry. If you don't pump your brakes sometime soon rather than later, Martell Holt is going to take you down, down, down.
Martell, you can have a party whenever you want to. Please don't make me have the police escort you out of this private event. Please don't do that. Please don't do that.
That ugly face narc. And when I say ugly face, I'm talking about the spirit. That ugly face spirit narcissist walked his ass in there to leave his narc mark. To leave his narc mark. He came there to destroy the energy, the love, the camaraderie, the village, the community. And then he walked out. And I'm sure he never came back for his daughter. But let's get down to the real nitty-gritty of why I am here today. Okay? Since everybody's pulling court documents, it fathoms me that nobody pulled the one that shows that he filed a motion to take this little girl from her mother on this day so that her mother could not throw her a birthday party, even though this birthday party had been planned for months. But ain't nobody talking about that. Oh, is that a good father? Oh, are you shocked? Oh, yes, honey. He asked the judge to trump her day, to interrupt Melody's day. Y'all better look in them court records. It's public knowledge, but you casually overlook that. That is crazy to me. Y'all see everything else except his demonic behavior. This Negro, this nigga, asked the judge to take this little girl from her mother on her mother's week on this day, this birthday party that had been planned, paid for, so that he could have her and her mother could not. And it wasn't even his day or his week. Imagine that. And y'all keep celebrating this knothead ass Negro and claiming and hell marrying that he's the best father in the world. He's a snake. He is a snake. He's deplorable. And he operates from behind the scenes while smiling like the serpent that he is. But y'all ain't talking about that. Y'all ain't talking about what devastation that could have caused that little girl. Because she don't have a say. Thank God the judge did not make a decision on the motion, which is why his black ass is up there screaming and hollering. He did not get his way. This man wanted to take this little girl from her birthday party. And what were you going to do with her, Martell, while all the little kids sat there and waited for her to show up? Had the judge said yes? Y'all, if that ain't evil, I don't know what is. What would you have done? Because this little girl knows that she's having a party and you were just going to keep her that day. He didn't ask for the rest of the kid. He wanted her so that her mother could be sad and everybody could cry because the birthday party would have been ruined. Y'all, that ain't no different than somebody standing you up at the altar. This nigga is two kinds of crazy. Two kinds of crazy. And that's the real reason that he showed up screaming and hollering and yelling, because he did not get his way. The judge did not make a decision, but his black ass, if he could have, he would have, honey, taken that little girl that day away from her mother, away from her friends, just so that he could wreak havoc. And if that ain't deplorable, and if that ain't an evil spirit, I don't know what is.